We talked to JC about his perseverance, but what about yours? I mean, the up and down that you've had from being a freshman and then last year and now back this year, how have you managed to keep your focus through all that?
Well, I'm going to first of all say my teammates, they encouraged me through the whole thing. And, last year I missed the last 4 games due to a season injury. It was hard to come back because, I've never missed time since I've been here. But, it's something that you go through in football.
How much pride do you guys take in the running game? Because last year everybody was on Shane and the running backs because the running game took so long to develop. How much of that is a source of personal pride for the 5 guys up front?
Oh, it's always personal, with the offensive line and running backs. I feel that we have a really good running back crew. We had a really good offensive line. We're more together this year. And I feel that, we're going to do what we did in the last couple games last year.
Can you get a sense of how much further along Michael is on the same page with everybody? I know you got your back to him most of the time, but do you get an idea of how much better he's doing?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I see it in his leadership. That's the first thing I see. We've been working since spring, to get everything right back on track where we need to be.
Do you feel like it's going to be more of a power running team this year?
We're a pro-style offense, so we're going to run everything that Coach Leffler gives us.
With the 5 guys that they have trying to run the ball, different styles. Is it different the way you guys have to block for them? Do you have to keep a mental note of who's back there, or is it the same for everybody?
Same thing, man. We're all on one page. We're all on one offense. Everybody has the same plays, same playbook. And of the 5 guys up front, it's our job to, block for them. And it's running back's job to hit the hole.
Is your anticipation for Ohio State different this year than it was last year because of last year and because of the number next to their name?
Well, we're not really worried about, we're worried about ourselves, but at that point, it's going to be a huge game, and they're a great team, so it's going to be a challenge for sure.
How big of an opportunity is this game for this team? First game, start out the year. I mean, what better way to start out a year?
It's awesome. And the thing is, they're going to be in Lane Stadium, so they get a taste of what, we're about. And we got a taste of what they're about last year, playing their stadium. But it's going to be a huge game. Everybody's going to be watching.
You talk.
I know that Daddy and Ken certainly played their fair share last year. I'm sure the coaches want to give them more of a breather. How important is it, do you think, to get a chance for you to get in there and give them a blow, every once in a while?
I definitely think it's important. Whenever somebody's tired, to have somebody, you want the second team just to get us first. So having us come in there and do our thing, I think that's going to help out a lot.
You didn't play till your junior year at Glenver, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why was that?
I was all about basketball, and I wasn't really about football. And then Coach Clifford came in, and he's like, "Yeah, I want you to try this thing." He's like, "Get in the stance." It's like, I think you could do something. And I was like, "All right, I'll try it." And, next thing you know, get some offers.
But you didn't play a lot of defensive end. You were running back. What else were you? I mean,
middle linebacker. Yeah, my junior year, the only year I played defensive end, and then senior year I played running back and linebacker.
How tough was it making that transition from playing middle linebacker to playing with your hand in the ground every day?
It was different. It was definitely really different, especially when you come up here and they expect you to know your stance and all that. So, it took me a little bit of time, but I got it down now. So.
I feel like you're just playing faster now that you know what to do.
It's like second nature.
Yeah.
So, given the late start, I guess it's probably natural that it took a little more time maybe than you.
Yeah, but to me, I wanted it now. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the way it was, had to take a little time, and I'm where I want to be right now. But I'm never satisfied. So, keep trying to grow as a player, and that's about it.
I was talking with the Glenver baseball coach last night, who's the official scorer at Salem. He said, "You're a prince of a guy." He said, "You go back to the school and work with disabled kids and stuff. Do you do that? Is that true?" Or?
Yeah. Anytime I can help out like my community or anything, I'd love to do that. The reason I get here is because the people who helped me. So I always want to come back, give back whenever I can, if I get the time to. So, yeah.
How often would you say you do get back?
Whenever I can.
Once a month? Once every couple
season,
months?
During the season, it's kind of hectic, but we had some disabled kids from Glimmer come up during the season last year. And I finished my homework up quick, came over, walked through the locker room, things like that, showed them through lane. And anytime I get to do like little things like that throughout my day, I'd love to do that. So.
his nickname that you guys gave him? Like the Genius or something like that?
The Master.
The Master.
Yeah, we called him the Master because he had the best technique for every position, pretty much.
It's interesting you said that he's still helping you out. So what's that like, like a quick text back and forth, like, I don't understand this, or?
Yeah, we were texting the other night, and he was telling me he saw one of my pass rush one-on-ones, and he said a couple things here and there, work on this, work on that, and we'll go back and forth. And we were texting last night. He played his first preseason game, which is really cool. So he had a lot of fun.
How did he see that exactly? Was he on like the Snapchat or something like that?
Yeah, he saw it on the Snapchat story. Apparently, he saw it.
So I take it he's keeping up with it.
Yeah, he is.
And Wyatt said that he felt like that, after, now that he has a year, he felt like last year he could only help out Dave on blocks so much because his head was still spinning just joining the line. This year, he feels like he's a lot more equipped to do that with you. Is that something that you've noticed in practice, and what is it like playing next to him?
Playing next to Wyatt is a lot of fun. He's a great player, and having him there is definitely a big help. Having somebody that experience, really the whole offensive line, having guys that know what they're doing, strong, physical, really makes it a lot easier. And me and Wyatt have been working well together this spring.
Are you a fan of his
fall
of his hairdos that he brings out?
I do like his hairdo. It's a little different than everything else.
Obviously, he's a fun guy to be around. I mean, what does he bring to the table in terms of that, helping you guys chemistry-wise, just being the fun-loving guy that he is?
Well, it is always fun to be around him. We might have a long day for camp, and we might be a little tired here getting ready in the locker room, but with Wyatt around, it's always a lot of energy. He picks you up and can make your day seem a little brighter.
Sometimes you're like, all right, dude, we get it. Like, I'm not in the mood for it right now. Or...
No. He's awesome.
What do you think it's going to be like running out of the tunnel for the Ohio State game?
Well, it's going to be really cool. We're really excited for the game, and we're sure that all the Hokie fans will show up, and they're going to be really excited. It's going to be really loud, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Does it tick you off to watch other people compete for the ACC title in Charlotte? Like last year when Georgia Tech is there, I mean, you guys, I think you could have beaten them. Could have beaten a lot of the coastal guys. Is it, or do you even watch it? I mean, I know JC said he does. He watches it.
Yeah, I'll watch a lot of football on TV, and watching the ACC championship game, all of us have the mindset that we want that to be us, and next year we want to be in that position rather than watching it on the television.
Who would you say is sort of the leader in the room for you guys? Obviously, Wyatt is the most vocal one that we talk to, but who would you say it is in your room that sort of steps up when things are needed?
I wouldn't say that we really have one leader. I feel like it's everybody between Wade, Augie, Wyatt, John. I feel like we all step up and we all work as a team, and really everybody in the room is a leader.
Wade was telling us that he's made it up to that 300 pounds. He seems to have stayed there. This is now his really chance to get some quality time as the starter at that right side. What have you seen from him so far in camp and since spring started?
Well, he's doing a good job. He did get his weight up. He's around 300 pounds, and he worked really hard to get to that weight. And he had a really good summer in the weight room. He got a lot stronger, worked hard, got his body right, and he's been doing really well in camp too.
What was your first thought when you found out Joey Bosa was out for the Ohio State game?
We haven't really talked about that. We've just been focusing on ourselves and trying to get better.